friends, I am here at Lake Nkuruba.
Together with the Diocesan Laudato Youth Initiative club leaders, we were hosted by Father Paul Mugabyomu Amoti, the Diocesan Youth Chaplain, and Father Muhumuza Edward Akiki, the director of the center.
It is so beautiful and looking so cool. You all need a treat in this place because it is so nice. Everything around it is looking so green. But why? It is just because it has been conserved, it has been protected. See that they have preserved the trees, the natural trees, and some of these trees are medicinal. We need them so much. Now,
as you may know, environmental conservation is the practice of humans saving the environment from the loss of species and the destruction of the ecosystem, primarily due to pollution and human activities. Conservation is vital in protecting animals and trees for humanity as we depend on one another for survival. The reality is, we only have one planet on which we live. The earth is full of resources, some renewable and some not. But unfortunately, we have an ever-growing population that poses a massive threat to all these resources. It is therefore unclear what the future generations will find, if ever, and what life will be like for them if we exploit all the current resources. As young people, we ought to work with our elders by taking action to fix these issues and ensure we conserve some resources for future generations. Listen to Father Edward's explanation of why environmental conservation is essential in our communities.
Because all has been preserved, and I can tell you, it's amazing to be here with the young people. And one of the things we would want to encourage everyone out there, please conserve the environment. Keep it green, and you will never regret. You will work for yourself and work for the future generation that will be coming. And one of the things that we treasure so much is the beauty of creation. Here we are, is a place gazetted for tents. So people, when they come here to visit this place, they can put their tents, different tents for camping in this area. And many young people, like I have here, are so much interested in things of nature. What is so much about sustainability of the nature, earth, the green environment. So whoever comes here at the time when he or she is intending to go away, we tell him or her, please may you plant a tree so that in memory of the time you've been to Lake Nkuruba Nature Resort, you can showcase somebody that you are there because you have a tree planted and it is written on your name. So that is one of the ways we are promoting the green environment. The other issue is to ensure that whatever grows up is well maintained. We don't cut the bush, we don't burn it, but we leave it to sprout, because there is a lot of beauty that we can appreciate from the environment as you see it in the background. And one of the features we treasure so much are the geographical features, like the result of down warping. For instance, here we have a very deep cave, and down there there is even a greater one where somebody can enter, run and come out. It's so big, and it is all a result of down warping. In these caves, we remember that whatever we have been studying in class can be seen physically. And when you see something physically, you understand it even better than what you have just learned theoretically, and you don't see any fruit of it. And we have several fruits here. There is one which is locally called ensali. They are very, very common here. We have guavas, we have oranges, we have mangoes all around. During the season, there are so much here. That's why we have several species of birds flying from all over, very far, and coming to Nkuruba Nature Resort. And we have beautiful trees around, different species of trees, hundreds and thousands. And in this forest, we also have different animals in the resort. We have water in this resort, in this forest, and not only water, we have different fruit trees, where animals come and feed from. And we also feel very happy because there are different birds, species of birds, and they fly all the way from different areas and come here because of the conserved nature resort we have. And some people, because these trees are not very common in many homes, they take pride in coming to get or harness some of the medicines from these natural trees to come and take to their homes and use them as medicine for the different diseases. In fact, one of the interesting stories we have is that one of our workers here in Lake Nkuruba Nature Resort fell victim when he was still at home and suffered from COVID. So when he suffered from COVID, there is a certain plant here they got and took for him to take at home, and he took it. And there and then he was okay again. So we have natural species of trees and plants that we can use locally. Big fruits, and they are able to get, you can be able to get juice out of it. And not only that, it is medicinal. That would mean if you are suffering from fever, you can just take these leaves, boil them, and drink. The same, the quinine is where we get the quinine tablets. And this tree has lived here for quite a long time. It's a very old tree, but it has stayed for so long. These other animals love these fruits, and that's why we are able to get the monkeys, the red-tailed monkeys, running around because they love the beauty of these trees. Here I am with Father Paul. Father Paul is the Diocesan Youth Chaplain, and he has formed a group, Laudato Si Club, and it is spreading in the different schools. We have the president of Laudato Si, Her Excellency Sarah. She's here with us, and we are privileged to host her at Lake Nkuruba Nature Resort. She has been speaking so much about the need for us to keep the environment green, and we are happy that she can see with her own eyes that we have at least preserved the environment.
In addition, Father Paul also explained to us why the youth must be involved in the implementation of Laudato Si.
Father Paul Mugabiomu, the Diocesan Youth Chaplain for Porto Diocese. And with me, there is Father Eddie, the director of this place, and the youth of the diocese, some of them. And as the youth office for Porto Diocese, our fifth goal is environmental protection and love of nature. We are also joining the rest of the world as the Church of Porto Diocese to protect the environment. And this one is in consonant with the Encyclical Laudato Si of Pope Francis, which he wrote in 2015. We have come here at Lake Nkuruba Nature Resort for a study tour, because this place is one of the few places which have been protected and reserved by Porto Diocese. As you can see, the place is very beautiful. Here we have the crater lake, very marvelous. And of course, as the youth, since we constitute the majority population in Porto Diocese and even in the rest of the world, we are saying, what can we do? What is our contribution as the church, as the youth of Porto Diocese? And joining the rest of the world to implement Laudato Si. Because as we know very well, the earth is our common home. we are all responsible. And when you see this beautiful nature, when you see the lake, when you see the trees, first of all, they attract a lot of rainfall, and also they prevent soil erosion. And also, as the youth office for Porto Diocese, we are saying, what can we do to preserve nature, to preserve the environment for the future generations? Because it is incumbent to us, it is upon us who are living today to protect the environment for the future people who will come, the future generations which will come. It is our responsibility. And we are ready to do that one, and we shall continue doing the same. We want to thank the people who have preserved this resort. We are so grateful to them, and please keep up the spirit. And as you can see around, the young people are very zealous, very ready to protect the environment in all forms. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Our Laudato Si Response Youth Initiative Club members of Fort Porto Diocese are zealous and ready to take action. We share with you their messages.
I'm the chairperson for Fort Porto Diocese Laudato Si Response Youth Initiative. We are at Lake Nkuruba Resort. We are here for our nature walk, and we'd like to borrow a leaf from this place so that we can embrace nature. We have seen a lot. The place is so nice, so beautiful, and they have really inspired us to go and preserve nature. The trees around, some of them are medicinal, important to be preserved because it's our mother home. It's our responsibility as young people to protect the environment because we share it with the other living creatures. We were told some of the trees that are planted here act as food security. For that matter, it is very, very important to preserve nature. Let's not only look at planting trees that will provide oxygen, but also we can plant trees that are going to act as our food security. Trees like jackfruit trees, guava trees, avocado trees, they also preserve the nature.
The importance of preserving this place is that this lake helps in the information of rainfall. It means that if this lake is covered and the trees are cut down, people of this place will not receive rain again. So our role is,
and that is related for climate action. Nature is being protected, especially to do with the trees. In so many places, trees are being cut. As you can see, we have got a chance to be at the Lake Nkuruba Resort. And down you can see we have a crater lake. And this has boosted the tourism industry. Asks us to do at all in all, we conserve the environment, and see at the end of it all, it's the environment that will help us to attain something or get something out of the tourism industry.
I also interviewed young people who traveled from Canada to come and spend time at the Lake Nkuruba Conservation Area, and here is what they had to say.
Beauty have you found in this place? What is your experience so far in this place?
So far everything has been great. We have been able to see lots of different kinds of monkeys, and as you can see there's some behind us. Exactly. Yeah, and some birds, and then the vegetation is also completely different, so it's really nice here.
Well, yes.
Everything is just a beautiful country, lots of special animals that you wouldn't see anywhere else.
Oh wow.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, and we were even talking, just the trees, it's so different from Canada. So
wow, that's so nice. So this is so different from Canada, right?
Yes.
Tourism in Uganda is largely because of nature conservation. This definitive work addresses the problem of water pollution, disappearing natural forests, birds and animal species, and enhances all living creatures' health and well-being, and the spiritual consequences of not being able to see the beauty of God's creation and acknowledge the fact that trees convert carbon dioxide produced by factories into oxygen, which helps us breathe and respire. It is important to note that the loss of species, which makes them go extinct, would mean that they are forever lost and cannot be seen by curious eyes or studied by scientific minds. Additionally, such loss or destruction of ecosystems would disrupt the food web, additionally messing up the whole ecosystem. That is why young people, the majority of Uganda's population, we need to step forward for this cause. Our Holy Father wrote the Encyclical Laudato Si to inspire all people worldwide to take a swift and unified action. Different faith groups and the Catholic Church in Uganda are encouraged to play a significant role in combating climate change and implementing Laudato Si. There is much to do to rebuild and protect what's left of natural resources and the biodiversity within our ecosystems. Environmental conservation is an umbrella term that defines anything we do to protect our planet and conserve its natural resources so that every living thing can have an improved quality of life and protect human dignity. As an institution out there, join the Laudato Youth Initiative in raising the voices of young people to conserve the environment and live out the message of Laudato Si, care for our common home, just like the Fort Portal Diocese set apart Nkuruba Nature Resort as a conservation area for people to go learn, rest and enjoy the beauty of God's creation. I remain Sarah Chirikomino, the president of Laudato Youth Initiative Clubs and Schools, and diocesan youth groups featuring Fort Portal Diocese Laudato Club. Come to Nkuruba, learn more about the conservation activities in the Fort Portal Diocese, search about Laudato Youth Initiative. Search about Laudato Youth Initiative to learn more about how young people in Uganda are working so hard to mitigate climate change.